I finally started my seeds this year. As a busy mom who gardens in a regular old suburban backyard, I think I finally figured out the best varieties to grow in the Southeast. I grow all the things from flowers to vegetables to herbs, focused on plants that do what they need to do without my help because I don't have the time to baby them. This is part 2 where I'm sharing all of my favorite veggie and herb varieties. If you're looking for the best cut flower varieties, go back to part 1. My number one favorite variety of basils, hands down, Everleaf Emerald Towers basil. It doesn't bolt, it's delicious, it stays upright, it doesn't flop, it's just the perfect basil plant. Cilantro is actually a cool weather crop. You can't really grow this in the summer all too well. This does not like the heat, so go ahead and start your cilantro. I grabbed a confetti cilantro and it says it's supposed to be slower bolting, so I will give it a shot and compare it to just like your regular schmegular old cilantro. Patio baby eggplant I saw at Ball Trial Gardens and they were adorable and amazing. Smaller plant, kind of fits anywhere, even on a patio garden, hence the name. So I had to pick this up. Really high yield, really great vine. I'm super impressed with this cucumber diva. This I saw at the Ball Trial Gardens. Again, this one's called Patio Snacker. This one looks like it puts out a lot of cucumbers for a very small plant. I love that because then you can plant all the things around it and you just get more out of your space. I'm gonna try this one too and see how it compares to my all-time favorite, which is Diva. This Grazzini zucchini summer squash is a great variety if you struggle with squash vine borers and pickle worms. It's not resistant to squash vine borer or pickle worms, but I found this one starts producing earlier than other varieties. I like to get a head start on zucchini, start the seeds indoors, get them outside. I get some sort of harvest before the pickle worms and the squash vine borers show up. This variety is great for that if you also struggle with those things in your garden. Every year I tell myself I'm not going to try any other tomato varieties because I've already found my favorites. And then this year somehow I ordered a ton of random varieties of tomatoes and I actually forgot to order my favorites. Because I garden in Atlanta, Georgia, the humidity and the diseases in this area really dictate what I grow. For me, if I don't plant varieties that are disease resistant, I will not have tomatoes for very long. Of all the slicer tomatoes that I've tried, I found that Early Girl does really, really well here in Atlanta. It's a prolific producer. It starts producing tomatoes earlier than other varieties, which is great for us because here in Atlanta, it transitions from spring to crazy hot and tomato starts to struggle when things get too hot. So if you're looking for a great slicer variety, I recommend Early Girl. I did remember to order my favorite cherry tomato variety, Sun Gold. I love Sun Gold because it is a burst of sugar. It's not terribly disease resistant, but actually the vines do pretty well for me, surprisingly. And it's so sweet compared to other varieties that it's just worth planting. If you have a different favorite variety, I'd love to hear about it because chances are I'm probably going to buy it next year.